What do you mean creepy? The book was entitled Creepy because after experiencing what I would believe was, by definition, a narcissistic encounter, it had a creepy feel to it. You don't quite understand where these people are coming from. Blessings, blessings, and more blessings, you all. I hopped on here to talk about narcissism. And the reason why I want to discuss narcissism is because I've written a book in regards to what narcissism looks like and what it is that you can tend to go through while in this type of relationship or situationship. This is Soulful Nutrition and Wellness, where evolution is essential for growth. And my name is Michelle King. First off, though, I want to just discuss the actual cover of the book. And it's always been said that we should not judge a book by its cover. But looking at this and the title being creepy, The Unveiling of a Narcissist, may make one think that they do not want to pick this book up and read it because what do you mean creepy? The book was entitled Creepy because after experiencing what I would believe was, by definition, a narcissistic encounter, it had a creepy feel to it. You don't quite understand where these people are coming from. And so it was an eerie sense to it. And that is where the title Creepy comes from. But in the book, I parallel narcissism with a scripture, one of my favorite scriptures, 2 Timothy 3, 1 through 17. And in that scripture, it also talks about the fact that these individuals creep into gullible women's homes who are loaded down with sin. So you say gullible women loaded down with sin. Well, what does that mean? And then these individuals are creeping into their homes, whether that be your physical home, whether that be uh your home, your body, your temple, where you live, where your soul lives, where your mind, body, and spirit reside. Your home is just that. Your physical home where your residence is, and then your body. And the energy behind dealing with someone that is narcissistic is creepy. So that's where the title of the book comes from, the fact that it's a creepy encounter. Now, the image here of the Grand Reaper, it is because these people literally suck the life from you, your life force from you. And just because you consider yourself to be a strong individual does not mean that you deserve someone to be literally pulling your very existence from you by love bombing you, gaslighting you, love bombing you again to reel you back in, then gaslighting you again. And then you seem to be a part of this system with other people, and it's termed triangulation. There's always someone else in the relationship situationship, and it seems like you have this competition going on all the time that you did not create, but the narcissist has done so. So creepy, the unveiling of a narcissist, the image of the heart. It's a broken heart because it's a broken, fragmented relationship. When you're dealing with these sort of people, and it doesn't have to be a narcissist, just trauma bonding with people, then how can you expect this bed of roses outcome? So if you are broken and then you meet someone that's broken, meaning unhealed, that is considered trauma bonding. We can tend to become dependent upon other people because of our lack of self-love, our lack of self-worth, and then we tend to look outside of ourselves to find this happiness, this joy, this freedom, when in reality, all of it is an inside job. So the book itself, yes, it does speak to the different calculated, tactics and things of that nature that the narcissist uses, but the book itself points to why you were reeled in by the narcissist in the first place. Let's take a look at chapter 1. Chapter 1 is entitled Meet the Monster, the Perpetrator. And as I wrote the book, meeting the monster, it didn't start when you met the narcissist. Meeting the monster 9 times out of 10 started when you were a child. And so this first paragraph in the first chapter, it says, as a child, I remember wanting to get married, have children, pets, and live in a house with a white picket fence. This is the American dream, right? In the 70s, it was one of the things I took note of, and it was during a time of watching sitcoms like The Brady Bunch, Jeffersons, and The Waltons, to name a few. Growing up in the Baptist church as a young girl taught me morality and the importance of being married before the eyes of God. Anything other than that would be considered shacking. As I began to yearn for the attention and love I couldn't find in myself due to a broken self-worth, a pattern of failed relationships was initiated. Let's stop right there. Between the templates of society and religion, we tend to go outside of ourselves in search of wholeness, in search of love, never getting the opportunity to go within. If you weren't instructed to do so, then how do you figure that out? If you're instructed to adhere to all these different templates that have been set up and designed before you were even born, how are you going to reach the whole you within you? How can you obtain self-love? So again, the book is about the lack of self-love, humble beginnings, the trials and tribulations that you've gone through that we kind of internalize just to make it through this thing called life. So I would suggest that you take time and take a look at what this book and how this book can be beneficial to you or someone you love. And also, there's a journal with a healing heart so that you can write out how you're feeling as you are reading through this book. Creepy, The Unveiling of a Narcissist, along with the journal, is available on Amazon. It is also available as an ebook in my e-store, soulful-store.com. That is soulful-store.com. Get your copy today. We're seeing a lot of narcissistic activity, even through the governmental system, sometimes in our workplaces. So it's really not just about the personal relationship or situationship that you may have with someone, but it could be a mother, a father, an aunt, uncle, relatives, friends. Narcissism is not just pinpointed to those that you have a relationship with, someone that you're married to or dating, but it's being used a lot here lately, just within the government as well. So I think that we need to gain more knowledge and information on what the energy and the spirit of narcissism looks like. Peace. Have you been questioning the current status of your relationship? Does it seem as if everything is your fault and you can do nothing right? Are you binge watching YouTube videos seeking out an answer on narcissism? Well, you don't have to look any further because I have what you need. I have written a book entitled Creepy, The Unveiling of a Narcissist, along with a journal that you can use for cathartic writing as you are reading and getting set free. The book is not dedicated to the narcissist, but the very things that you are going through as you endure this painful relationship. The book is available on Amazon and in my store, soulful-store.com, soulful-store.com, so that you can begin to heal. God bless.